Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss about the topic called enforcing the law. So once a law is effective, it needs to be enforced. So whether it is correctly enforced or not needs to be monitored by some authority. So this is called an executive authority. So the government will be having this executive authority. In order to implement an act in an effective manner, it will be working with the civil servants. So, for example, if we take the Income Tax Act, it is handled by the Finance Minister. So, along with the Finance Minister, there is something called the Central Board of Direct Taxes. It will be having the officers who are of the cadre of IRS, which are qualified civil servants through the UPSC examination. So, the Finance Minister will be working along with the CBDT authorities in order to know whether a law is correctly implemented or not. So in our day-to-day business, we'll be seeing a lot of ministries as a chartered accountant. But first, let us learn about the Ministry of Finance. So the Ministry of Finance is also called as Vitta Mantralay, and it acts as a treasury to the central government. So in the day-to-day things, there are a lot of things. It consists of it handles the taxation as well as the financial legislations, union budget, and few other things as well. For example, as a chartered accountant, we are more concerned about the union budget every year. Every professional eagerly waits for the day when the budget is presented, because it consists of lot of information which is related to financial matters, as well as the income tax rates which are applicable for the following year. So finance minister will be presenting the budget in the parliament. So let us now discuss about the Ministry of Finance, which is the apex authority for these services. Number one is Indian Revenue Service. Number two, Indian Audit and Account Service. Number three, Indian Economic Service. Number four, Indian Civil Account Service. Okay, so these are the four major responsibilities that are handled by Ministry of Finance. There is one more thing called Institute of Management of Cost Accountants. So that is also handled by the Ministry of Finance. So let us now look into the departments that are there under the Ministry of Finance. So there are different departments under Ministry of Finance. So let us now see one by one. Let us now look into the departments that are there under Ministry of Finance. The first one is the Department of Economic Affairs, Department of Revenue, Department of Expenditure, Department of Financial Services, Department of Investment and Public Asset Management, Department of Public Enterprises. So these are the various departments that are there under Ministry of Finance. So if you see, there are a lot of ministers who are willing to be having this portfolio of finance minister. So it is of a major thing because it acts as a treasury to the government, and there are several responsibilities that are handled by this specific ministry. So the person who presented the budget for the maximum number of times in the union, like in the parliament, Sri Morarji Desai, he just acted as a finance minister between 1962 and the 1969 and has presented the budget for the 10 number of times. So let us now move to the next department called Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Let us now look into the another ministry that is there at the central government. This is called Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So, under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, the industrial enterprises which are covered under the Companies Act 2013, Companies Act 1956, Limited Liability Partnership 2008, as well as the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016. So, the enterprises which are governed by the specific acts will be covered by the regulated by the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So this is their like they're responsible for handling the Indian enterprises. So the next one is this ministry is mostly run by the civil servants, which are elected through the conduct of an examination conducted by UPSC. This cadre will be ICLS. Cadre will be ICLS for the, if you see, for the Ministry of Finance where we have CBDT, there the cadre will be IRS. Here the cadre is ICLS. So the highest post is called Director of General of Corporate Affairs. So this is the highest post in this ministry. Ministry called Ministry of Home Affairs. So this is mostly regulated by the Ministry of Home Affairs in the central government. It is headed by the Home Minister in the central. So the main responsibilities of this Ministry of Home Affairs is to the maintenance and internal security for the entire nation. So there are several departments in this ministry. So let us now look into that. So these are the departments that are handled by that are there under the Ministry of Home Affairs. So as we see, this is the major responsibility is the maintenance and internal security for the entire nation. So the first one is the Department of Border Management, and the next one is Department of Internal Security, Department of Home, Department of State, Department of Jammu, Kashmir, and Ladakh Affairs. So there is one more department called Department of Official Language. So under this official language department, we have three more sub branches called Central Translation Bureau, Central Hindi Training Institute, Directorate of Census Operations. So this is for the Ministry of Home Affairs. So let us now look into the next ministry called Ministry of Law and Justice. So in under this Ministry of Law and Justice, we have three departments. The first department is Department of Legal Affairs. So the Department of Legal Affairs handles the legal matters and provides the or advises the various ministries that are there under central government. The next one is Legislative Department. So this is handling the drafting of principal legislation for the central government. So that means drafting of various principles or laws that are applicable for the central government. That is handled by this department. Next one is the Department of Justice. So for the administration of justice in the nation, this department will be overseeing all those related activities.